I am very late for whatever, but whatever, who cares? It's not like we're getting any rewards for this quest anyway. Gil, that's what we get. We get Gil, which I find really funny. The amount of people I've seen already who went and spent forever doing this quest and didn't get anything for it. Like, what the fuck, man? This is bullshit. I'm sorry, but I think it's funny. It's an April Fool's joke. Okay, relax. Relax. It's not the end of the world. But are they going to do this from now on? No. This isn't a new thing they're just implementing. It's an April Fool's joke, okay? Lighten up. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But if you do want to, this is a very effective way to do it. It's a little tricky, though, the fact that they have an orb and a force bar. This orb is based on melee damage and breaks. Or hitting broken targets. Either way, it's fine. It goes up by 3 for melee damage, up by 1 for break or hitting broken target. Another way that they cuck you on force charging is if you take actions that result in instant turns, the orb just goes down by 2. So that means if you're standing there charging over and over again, the orb will kill you. Not if Sice is around though, because those traps will go off. See how that orb goes down and then goes right back up? Sice is a godsend for this fight, if you want to supercharge. I did manage to get Sarah's burst, though. On my free daily yesterday, I was like, what? Huh? So, excuse me. Threw tickets at her FR. Spent a few, got it. I was going to bring her, and then I just kind of didn't. I just kind of did this. So maybe I'll go back and bring her. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I have her in the roster, which is cool. I didn't know that lightning was in her burst animation. I didn't know that lightning was coming out doing follow-up attacks with her burst effect. I think that's pretty damn cool. I think Sarah's pretty solid. She's not breaking the game or anything, but what? See, I'm talking about Sarah when she was like a few events ago. Sarah's all news. I'm over here like, hey guys, I want to talk about Sarah right now, but a little late for that. So we are almost charged up. When we get to that point, we're going to go right into Tifa's burst phase to rush him down. Tifa is another very, very, very good character for this fight. Melee damage, heavy single target, solid character. I mean, all around Tifa's still really good, but for this fight, fight in particular, she's one of the best. I got Squall's FR for free. Didn't bother bringing him though, because I just I don't really use Squall much. Even in his heyday, like I just wasn't really. I don't know. Maybe that's gonna be sacrilegious to some of you people. The FF8 fans are going to be like, oh my god, but I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Squall in this game, really. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I used him very briefly when he was the only burst character around, and even that didn't last long. So, I don't know. I do like that his FR partner is Noctis, though. That's my favorite part about the updated Squall, is that Noctis is featured in his FR animation. It just made me miss Noctis, and I want to get his FR when he comes out, which I'm sure that's no shock to anyone who's been fans of the channel for a while that I'm going to be pulling for Noctis when he comes out and using him like crazy. I miss Noctis. I really miss using Noctis a lot. So I'm going to be very happy when he gets back into the fold. But before then, we have Rubicante and Mog before him, which I'm going to skip. I'm not going to pull for Mog. But he's cute. Yeah, it's fine. If that's what you're into, go ahead and pull, but I'm too broke to spend tickets and gems on cute, so I'm going to pass. Quina, though. Definitely going to pull for Quina, 100%. And everyone should. Yes, I have FF9 bias, but ignore that for a second. Quina is just an amazing character, so pull for Quina. They are strong. So we are almost getting to a point where we can burst, but we got to get these launches going. Just give us a second here. There we go. Come on, Reigns. This thing does have quite a bit of health, though, so we are not going to take him out in this burst phase. That just is not going to happen. We'll get him in the red, at least, and then just charge back up and wear him down at the end. But, yeah, one force time, not going to do it for the way I'm doing this. But we might as well just up our damage a little bit with one of these echoes. Thank you. And just about now we'll be ready to go. I've brought up this guy a few times. the guy who's going to do the music. I got to just shout him out again because I think he does cool covers. Right when I go into Tifa's burst phase here, you'll hear the music change. Any day now. Why am I taking so long? There we go. This guy. He goes by YouTube channel by the name of The Fuzz Pixels. He does a bunch of cool video game covers. Some of them are Final Fantasy. This is one of them. He made Tifa's theme sound like this. And I think it's great. So shout out to The Fuzz Pixels. I think his music is fantastic. It doesn't seem like we're doing much as far as damage goes at this point, but you'll see it. You'll see it build and build. We'll get him in the red. It'll be all right. And it is going to be very important to get those Sice traps back on for the supercharging, because I'm telling you, this orb, that's the tricky thing between the orb and the gauge. This works out really, really well, though. I also made sure, I probably should have mentioned this earlier before I was rambling on about bullshit, to go into force time before he hits 60%. Because otherwise the sword is getting instant turns and you're not doing much damage to the big guy, and it's a whole fucking thing, and you don't want to deal with any of that. So make sure you charge up as quickly as possible to get into force time and the burst phase before he hits 60%. Afterwards, though, it's not a big deal because the blade is already dead, so he can build and build, and it's fine. Just don't let him get to 100. You want to get back up to force time again before he hits 100, which is what we're going to use our summon for, so we can just weigh into him and he won't build up, and we will. So that way, by the end of this, it's going to be real close. You'll see he's going to be at like 94% or something like that, like really close to filling his gauge up again. But we'll beat him to it, and we'll be home free. If you're going to run this stage with different setups where the enemy actually gets turns, you're going to have to be a lot more careful, mainly because of that recast right there. That recast can just blow you up. Like, it can be really not pretty. So be sure to protect yourself. I'm seeing radio calls are pretty popular. People dodging this stuff. Anna is very good for this fight as well. Not only because she's a nuke, but she's synergy, and her elements are the only elements that this thing doesn't absorb. That's right, this thing absorbs every element except for Holy and Dark, which is another reason that Sice is so useful here. Dark element, so that's really handy. Sarah's very good. Charlotta's very good. Squall is, of course, very good. Core actually isn't bad either to deal with the orb. Yeah, there's a decent amount of good characters for this, but it is tricky. You just got to be careful with what they're going to throw at you. But okay, now we got to start charging up. And yeah, I removed Regen Waltz Light. You probably can't even tell really because she keeps getting instant turn rate on that Regen Waltz, but I think there's maybe one time where she didn't get it. Every other time she kept fucking getting it, which I didn't want to happen. Because I could have maybe done this in 4 turns if that wasn't the case. But Penelo just didn't know when to quit. I'll settle for my 5. Good enough for me. Okay, so we are in the red. Might as well just attack at this point. Get that overhead back on. There we go. There we go. Because we're not taking turns in here anyway. Sice can refresh her traps. On the next turn, we might as well just EX. Why not? Why not? I guess I could have just used 2 LDs, but this is fine too. Whatever. I maybe should have went with an EX here and not an LD. I don't think it mattered really. I just went with the LD just in case I needed an extra turn towards the end here when we're spamming with that free HP attack, but we didn't end up needing it. It's fine. I'm nitpicking. It's fine. Sice can put the traps on in just a second and set up Penelo to charge us to the very end. And like I said, we'll be home free. It's not so bad with a setup like this. It's just the timing of it can be tricky. That's all. Mainly just because of that force gauge, like I said, and dealing with the orb, which Sice takes care of no problem. I'm repeating myself a lot. Holy shit, there's still like 3.5 minutes. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about this damn fight. Oh, turn delay. Forget about it. Once this thing reaches 20% of the FR gauge, which happens quick, You can't delay him, and that includes breaks. So if you're going to run a delay strat, don't even think about it. It's not going to work. Look at that. Like I said, our gauge is already higher than his. Very close, though, but we're going to make it. Penelo, you're almost out of juice. Okay, one more spin should do it. There we go. So, okay, I said 94. 93.2. So, like I said, it was very, very close. So you don't want to waste a whole lot of time with, like, C65, call abilities, things like that. If you're going to run a strategy like this, where you're trying to rush it and get to your gauge twice before he gets to his once, every turn counts. So just be very mindful of that if you're going to run a strategy like this. Don't waste any time. It's a race. Okay, but now that our FR is up, Penelo can just use the remainder of her skills, pass her turn to Tifa. Tifa will spam those battle cries, and it'll be over. In fact, doing it this way, I even had an FR left over for Tifa. So if you're trying to run this and your damage isn't quite there, on the last turn, you can use one of those FR Echoes, because I do have one left, and maybe that'll seal the deal for you. I didn't need it. I'm just saying that's an option if you're trying to run this and you're like, my damage isn't quite there. You'll still have a little bit more left than I did. So, good luck. This song right here is an 8-bit version of Bad Religion's Los Angeles is Burning. You know, it's just a song about the apocalypse for Easter weekend. Figured it was appropriate. I didn't even realize I did that until now. I'm just struggling thinking of things to talk about. I'm like, did I really play that song on a... Yeah, I did. I did. I'm not going to go back and fix it now. Too late. Too late. All right, Tifa, can you just pick up the pace here? Okay, I can't talk shit to you. You've done so well in this fight. So well in this fight, and it's about to be over. 2 more should do it. 2 more battle cries. We have, what, 5 left? Yeah, we're in the clear here. I was hoping maybe Sice could just... Nope, not quite. But that's okay. The deed is done. That's whatever. I will enjoy my gil. Honestly, I thought it was kind of cool that they did this. They basically just merged the 2 difficulties and went, alright, have fun. No, you don't get anything for it, but enjoy yourselves. So there we go. What'd you guys do? Thanks for watching.